Bakit ka hinahayaan ng Diyos na labanan ang pagnanasa? Ang totoong dahilan. Let's be real for a moment. May mga laban sa buhay na hindi mo sinasabi sa kahit kanino, hindi visible, hindi obvious, pero araw-araw mong kinakaharap. And one of those is your struggle with desire. Hindi mo man aminin out loud. Alam mo to, yung mga moments na alam mong hindi tama, pero ginagawa mo pa rin gusto mong umiwas. Pero bumabalik ka pa rin, nagpe-pray ka. Pero parang paulit-ulit lang. And that's frustrating. Kasi hindi ka naman masamang tao. You're trying. You want to change. You want to do better. Pero bakit parang ang hirap? Minsan mapapatanong ka, Lord, bakit hindi mo nalang alisin to? Because if He can, why doesn't He? And that question, it's honest. Because you're tired of fighting something na parang hindi nawawala. You win one day, then you lose the next. Cycle. Again and again. And slowly, you start to feel guilty. You start to feel weak. You start to think, maybe ganito na lang ako. But listen carefully. Hindi ikaw ang problema at hindi ka nag-iisa sa laban na to. Because struggle does not mean failure. It means you're aware. At kung aware ka, may laban ka pa. Because the moment you stop caring, that's when it becomes dangerous. Pero ikaw, you still feel it, you still question it, you still want to change. And that matters. Pero here's the part most people don't understand. Hindi agad inaalis ng Diyos ang struggle dahil may tinuturo siya sa loob nito. And I know, hindi yan ang gusto mong marinig. Gusto mo lang matapos na. Pero what if this battle has a purpose? Let's be honest. Akala mo ang problema ay yung tukso. Na kung mawala lang ito, magiging okay ka na. Pero what if hindi tukso ang tunay na laban, kundi control? Because desire itself, hindi naman agad masama. Natural yan. God created emotions. God created attraction. Pero ang problema, kapag nawawala na ang control, yung tipong alam mong hindi na tama pero hindi ka makapigil. At doon nagsisimula ang struggle. Hindi dahil gusto mong gumawa ng mali, kundi dahil hindi mo pa kayang kontrolin ang sarili mo. And that's deeper than you think. Because self-control, hindi lang yan tungkol sa pagtigil. It's about discipline, awareness, decision-making every single day. Let me give you a simple example. May dalawang tao na parehong may temptation. Yung isa, yung sumusunod agad sa nararamdaman niya. Yung isa naman, nararamdaman din yon pero marunong huminto. Anong difference? Hindi yung tukso, kundi yung response. And that's what God is developing in you. Because if you can't control yourself, kahit mawala ang temptation ngayon, may darating ulit. Different form, same battle. So instead of removing the struggle, God is teaching you something more powerful, how to master yourself. And yeah, hindi madali yan. Kasi minsan automatic na. You don't even think. You just react. Pero habang aware ka, you can start to pause. And that pause, that's where change begins. Instead of, wala na, ganito na ako, you start saying, may choice pa rin ako. And that changes everything. Because now, you're not a victim of your desire. You are learning to lead it. Hindi agad perfect. May mga days na babagsak ka. That's real. Pero every time you choose differently, kahit maliit, you're growing stronger. Slowly, quietly, but surely. And that's what God wants. Not instant perfection, but progress. Let me tell you something na hindi laging sinasabi. Minsan, ang struggle mo ngayon, hindi para sirain ka, kundi para hubugin ka. Because what if this isn't just about desire? What if this is about who you are becoming? Think about it. Kung wala kang struggle, wala kang dahilan para mag-grow. Kung madali lang lahat, hindi mo matututunan ang discipline. And discipline is what builds strong people. Not comfort, not ease, but resistance. Let me explain it simply. Kung gusto mong maging physically strong, kailangan mong magbuhat ng mabigat, di ba? Same thing spiritually and emotionally. You grow by resisting. Every time you say, hindi ako susunod sa nararamdaman ko, you are becoming stronger. Every time you choose, hindi ito ang tama, you are building character. At yan ang hindi nakikita ng karamihan. Kasi ang nakikita lang nila, yung struggle. Hindi nila nakikita yung transformation na nangyayari sa loob mo. Because slowly, you are becoming someone who has control, has discipline, has awareness, has strength, and those qualities, you will need them later. Sa future relationships mo, sa decisions mo, sa buhay mo in general. Because here's the truth, hindi lahat ng gusto mo ay dapat mong sundin. At kung matutunan mo yan ngayon, you will save yourself from bigger mistakes later. And maybe, that's exactly what God is doing. He's not just stopping you, He's strengthening you. Kasi kung ibibigay niya sa'yo ang gusto mo ngayon, pero wala kang control, you might lose more than you gain. So instead of asking, Lord, bakit ako nahihirapan? Try asking, Lord, ano ang binubuo mo sa akin sa gitna nito? Because that question will change how you see your struggle. Hindi na siya kalaban, kundi teacher. And that changes everything. Let's talk real. Alam mo kung ano ang mas delikado kaysa sa struggle mo ngayon? Yung tumigil ka na sa pakikipaglaban. Kasi habang lumalaban ka, may control ka pa. Pero kapag sinabi mo na ba, bahala na ka, ganito na ako. That's where things go wrong. Because small compromises become big problems later. Sa umpisa, parang maliit lang. Okay lang to. Minsan lang naman. Wala namang makakaalam. But over time, nagiging habit, at kapag naging habit, mahirap na kontrolin. Let me give you a simple example. Parang pagkain lang yan. Kung paminsan-minsan, okay lang. Pero kung araw-araw mo ginagawa kahit alam mong hindi healthy, ano mangyayari? Masisira ang katawan mo. Same thing here. Kung hindi mo kinokontrol ngayon, it will control you later. And that's dangerous. Kasi hindi lang ito tungkol sa moment, it affects your future, your decisions, your relationships, your self-respect. Because the more you ignore it, the more you lose control. At darating sa point na hindi mo na kayang tumigil kahit gusto mo. That's why this season matters. This struggle, it's not random. It's a warning. It's a signal. Na may kailangan kang ayusin ngayon bago pa lumala. And God knows that. Kaya hinahayaan niya na maramdaman mo yan. Hindi para i-condemn ka, kundi para gisingin ka. Because awareness is a gift. Mas okay na nahihirapan ka ngayon pero aware ka, kaysa okay ka nga pero hindi mo napapansin na nawawala ka na sa control. So don't ignore this battle. Don't normalize it. Don't say, okay lang, lahat naman ginagawa to. Because not everything that is common is healthy. At hindi lahat ng ginagawa ng iba dapat mong sundan. You are called to something higher, to something better. And that requires discipline. So instead of avoiding the fight, face it. Because every time you fight back, you're protecting your future. So after everything, let me ask you something honestly. E se essa luta che você odeia è esattamente o che sta ci tornando mais forte? I know, hindi mo to ginusto. Ayaw mo ng ganitong struggle, ayaw mo ng ganitong laban. Yung mundo, gusto mo lang ng peace, gusto mo lang ng control, gusto mo lang maging free. Pero what if freedom doesn't come from removing the struggle, but from learning how to stand in it? Because real strength, hindi nanggagaling sa easy life. Galing ito sa resistance, galing ito sa pagpili ng tama kahit mahirap. At iyon ang ginagawa mo ngayon. Maybe hindi perfect, maybe may lapses, maybe may days na bumabagsak ka, but you're still here, still aware, still fighting, still trying. And that matters more than you think. Because every time you choose to stand, kahit maliit, you are becoming someone different. Someone stronger, someone wiser, someone with control. And one day, hindi mo mapapansin agad, pero magbabago ka. Hindi ka na basta-basta matitempt. Hindi ka na agad magre-react. Hindi ka na madaling madala ng emotion. Why? Because you trained yourself. You didn't run from the battle. You grew through it. And that's the real goal. Hindi perfection. Transformation. Because God is not just removing bad habits. He's building a better version of you. A version of you that thinks clearly, chooses wisely, acts with discipline. And that version will live a different life. A stronger life. A more stable life. A more peaceful life. So instead of saying, Lord, alisin mo na to, try saying, Lord, tulungan mo akong maging mas malakas sa gitna nito. Because that prayer changes everything. You stop running and start growing. And here's the truth you need to remember. Hindi ka mahina dahil nahihirapan ka, malakas ka dahil lumalaban ka. So, don't give up now. Don't go back to bahala na mindset. Don't settle for less control. Because your future depends on what you choose today. Stay aware, stay disciplined, stay connected to God. Because this battle is not here to destroy you. It's here to prepare you. And one day, you'll look back at masasabi mo, hindi ko gusto ang process, pero dun ako naging mas matibay. And that's when you'll understand bakit ka hinayaan ng Diyos na lumaban.